Dell Inspiron i7559-2512 BLK 15.6 inch FHD laptop. 6th generation Intel Core i7C 8GB RAM 1TB HDD plus 8GB SSD. NVIDIA Gaming GeForce GTX 960 meters. Intel Quad-Core i7-6700HQ 2.6 GHz Processor. NVIDIA GeForce GTX 960 meters 4GB GDDR5, 8GB DDR3L SDRAM 1TB HDD plus 8GB SSD hybrid drive storage. Optical drive not included 15.6 inch FHD. 1920x 1080 pixels, LED Truelife Screen Windows 10 operating system, matte black featuring red chassis. Light up your game. Don't miss a stroke with a backlit keyboard that lets you enjoy your gaming or computer time even at night. And a precision touchpad gives you responsivec accurate gesture support. See more product details. Limits are for pushing. Experience a new level of gamma-esque video scan productivity with powerful Intel Core processors and the latest graphics. The Dell 15-7559 is a surprisingly good Windows 10 gaming laptop. This is considered a budget gaming laptop because its price is so low, $800 to $860. I've seen two main configurations. The first is a Core i5 with a 256GB SSD. The second is a Core i7 with a 1TB hybrid HDD, which is what this review is about. Both these configurations come with 8GB RAM and a 1080p display. What caught my eye is the 4GB version of the GeForce 960mm graphics card that this laptop comes with. Typically most budget gaming laptops below $1,000 only offer the 2GB version. Gaming performance once the laptop is set UPC, playing games on this laptop is fun, and they all look quite good. As mentioned before, the 7559 has the 4GB version of the 960 meters, which is considered a budget-friendly graphics card. Counter-Strike, GOG, Dota 2C, StarCraft 2C, Just Cause 3C, Half-Life 2C and Fallout 4 run flawlessly, and at high settings. The most demanding game that I've played on it so far is Dark Souls 3. I average around 40 to 45 FPS in that game with settings set on high. I can manage 50 plus FPS when I turn things down to medium or below. By gaming standards this is somewhat mediocre to be honest, but it's still perfectly playable. By contrast, 970 meters would definitely be a huge step UPC, but most laptops with that graphics card are considerably more expensive. This laptop uses a hybrid HDD as its main storage, 8GB are on an included SSD that works in conjunction with the HDD. This means it's a bit faster than most standard HDD-SC, but nowhere near as fast a pure SSD. Still, the loading isn't bad at all, and I barely notice it most of the time. The setup took about 2 hours for me. That's because I had problems after installing the latest NVIDIA drivers in their GeForce Experience software. I had some graphic glitches that started to occur. I got error messages from Windows and a few games that I installed kept crashing. To resolve this problem, I did a system restore which brought the laptop back to its original state. I updated drivers and the BIOS using Dell's own update software, Dell Update. Once this was done, I attempted again to install the latest display drivers from NVIDIA and the GeForce Experience software. This time, after trying out a few games, I had no problems. Suffice to say, before installing anything I suggest running Dell Update First Build Quality Keyboard Trackpad Brit overall. The outside of the laptop feels good with soft touch plastics on key areas. The laptop opens and closes nicely, though there is some noticeable flexing in the housing of the screen. However, the keyboard of this laptop does not feel very good at all. The keystroke is very shallow, so you don't get that tactile feel. And because of that, I've mistyped more often on this keyboard than any of my other laptops. To be fair though, most other laptops in this price range have similar keyboards that aren't very tactile. The trackpad works well enough for web surfing, but the tap features often cause me to click on things I didn't want to. You can turn off the tap function and rely only on the standard firm click instead. Suffice to say, I would suggest getting a separate keyboard and mouse whenever using the 7559 screen. The IPS display that comes with the 7559 is good enough for gaming, but not for graphics related work. The colors seem a bit off even after adjusting them. Also, compared to a professional workstation monitor, the sharpness is not quite the same. For gaming though, it works well and there is no ghosting or weird artifacts. Thankfully, Dell includes an HDMI out so that you can output the video to a separate monitor. You can of course get a much higher resolution monitor for the 7559C, but only on Dell's own website, and only if you customize it yourself. Brit Audio: the speakers on the 7559 are fairly cheap sounding. I would say they are on par with small PC speakers that sell for about $10 to $15. And although it does have a subwoofer, I would say that the bass response is lackluster. You're better off using your own headphones, which is what I do. I personally have it paired with my V-Mode crossfade wireless Bluetooth headphones, and the audio sounds great. The 7559 does have the standard audio jack for a physical connection, of course. Battery Brit: in my experience, the 7559's battery does not last very long. When gaming, I can get around 2 hours out of a full charge. When watching streaming video, the 7559 lasts around 4 hours. Surfing the internet and working on text documents lasts a little longer, at about 4.5 hours in my experience. I've taken it on short trips, playing about an hour or so of gaming and internet surfing afterwards. This usually gets me around 3 hours of use. But if I were to take it on a long trip, I would definitely have a second fully charged battery ready to go. Heat tolerable: the center of the keyboard and the left side of the laptop often get warm during gaming. It's nowhere near as warm as other laptops that I've used, so it doesn't bother me. During non-gaming sessions, these spots remain cool. Brit: upgrading the Dell 7559 was designed to be upgraded easily. The bottom panel of the laptop can be removed by undoing just one screw. Once it's opened UPC, you'll find that the SSD, the RAM and the HDD can easily be upgraded. The RAM is very easy to upgrade, since this laptop has 2 slots for RAM modules, one of which was already taken up by an 8GB module. I bought another 8GB module DDR3 laptop memory from Amazon, about $25, and placed it in the extra slot for a total of 16GB. It took about 5 minutes to do it. Very easy. Other users have added a 256GB or even a 500GB SSD into the included M2 slot, in addition to having the 1TB hybrid HDD. Doing so will increase the speed at start UPC as well as any games or applications that are installed on the SSD. Dead pixel and warranty service. Brit: unfortunately, my laptop developed a dead pixel right in the center of the screen. It was very annoying, since I only had this laptop for a few months. I tried several downloadable apps and videos that claimed they could fix the issue by flashing the screen for several hours. None of these things worked. After several days of chatting with Dell tech support, they offered me 2 options: send it into their repair depot for about 2 weeks to have it fixed, or pay $40 for an on-site repair. I chose the second option, since I didn't want to be without a laptop for 2 weeks. The bad thing is see the part that they needed to replace, I assume the LCD, was delayed and there was no word on when it would come in. After about 2 weeks of checking back with Dell, they offered to instead replace my laptop with a refurbished unit they already had on hand. I was tired of waiting, so I chose this option. The refurbished unit worked perfectly fine, and it was exactly the same model. My main gripe in all of this was that the whole process took too long to resolve, about a month. If they had offered me a refurbished unit from the start, it would have been much easier. Also, it became clear that the repair depot people and the people who sent me the refurbished laptop do not talk to each other, since the people at the repair depot kept asking me to send in the laptop to be repaired. Conclusion: Brit in all honesty, this is the second laptop that I've bought that had a dead pixel, and Dell did a good job handling it, though it took a while due to the parts being on back order. The other laptop that I had a dead pixel issue with was from HP, and it took about 3 weeks to get that resolved. I guess I must have bad luck, because I don't see anyone else complaining about dead pixels in their reviews of this laptop. Regardless, I do recommend this laptop for its low price and good gaming performance. Most games run well, though not on highest settings. It's also very easily upgradable. Just hope that you don't get a laptop with dead pixel or pixels like I did.